How do we know that Jehovah really sees each one of us, no matter where we are? Consider an example. Thousands of refugees who face severe hardships in their home countries have sought shelter in parts of Europe. Watch how Jehovah has lovingly assured them that they're not alone by satisfying their spiritual thirst.
Welcome to Greece. We really feel that Jehovah is blessing us by opening a large door of opportunities to preach the good news to the many refugees who are streaming into the country. For this reason, the brothers immediately informed us of the situation, and we directed the bodies of elders to concentrate on the harbors, especially in Chios. The brothers were willing to work in shifts 24 hours a day.
The refugee shelters in our area have only families with children and are located near a military airport. Whenever military planes flew overhead and the children would see and hear them, they would immediately run and try to hide because they were afraid. They sought protection from the tragic conditions they had experienced during warfare. This impressed upon us how greatly they needed the comforting message of the good news, so we felt the urge to approach them.
Therefore, the service department arranged for 4 language classes to be held for the brothers.
We try to speak to people in a language quite different from our own. At times we might think, will these people understand us? Will we be able to reach their heart with these basic truths?
Something that helped me not to hesitate to approach these people despite the language barrier is what our teachers told us in the language class. Go and talk to them. Show them things from the Bible. Even if you don't say things perfectly, they will understand you.
After we received permission from the branch office, we also printed thousands of tracts since we did not have enough. This whole effort created an atmosphere of enthusiasm.
I'm deeply moved when I see how lovingly Jehovah cares for these people who have never had the opportunity to hear the kingdom message that gives them a future and a hope.
It was exciting for them to hear that we have a Bible-based video in their language. We told them that the problems, calamities, and the terrible war they had experienced were not punishment from God, but the result of the influence Satan the devil exercises over this system of things. And this provided a good answer to their question.
On a return visit, after 2 days, a refugee girl said something very touching. Now I understand why we have to go through all this. It's very difficult, but it's not God's fault. On another occasion, Gardinia, a refugee woman who showed interest, told us, "Since meeting you, I have a purpose in life. I have a reason to live. Until now, I was just waiting to die."
A refugee approached the Arabic witnessing cart and we read Revelation 21:4 to him. He said, "Please, could you read that to me once again?" So we read it a second time. He replied, "May I have a Bible of my own?" So we gave him a Bible. Then he said, "Would you please show me the sentence you read in my Bible?" So we marked the verse for him. And on the way back to our home at about 11 o'clock at night, on the same road, at a well-lit point, we saw that same refugee sitting on the sidewalk reading the Bible.
About 2.5 years ago, I met Mustafa. He attended the meetings and made speedy progress. Mustafa was baptized a few months before the refugees started pouring in. We do not believe that this was a coincidence. He would say, "I want to speak about Jehovah, but I can't do that in the Greek language."
When I can speak to people who are refugees, just as I am a refugee, in my own language, this is a great opportunity for me. And when I see that they listen to the truth and are loving it, it makes my heart beat faster. It touches my heart.
By expanding my ministry, I'm sharing in a form of service that could even be described as missionary work, since I'm helping people hear about Jehovah for the very first time. I'm living what I have only read about in experiences.
Many were, perhaps for the first time, discovering new skills in themselves, indicating how Jehovah, through His Spirit, can enable certain ones to cultivate qualities they didn't realize they had to such an extent.
We are so grateful to Jehovah for opening a door leading to such wonderful activity. It gives us great joy and we praise Him daily for this.
At the time this report was prepared, over 100 Bible studies had been started. One refugee told the brothers, "You are the best thing that has happened to us here in Greece. We thank Jehovah for meeting you." Another said, "We do not need material things. We need hope, and you are giving this to us through the Bible."